Hey, editor, who's me? Edit that part in where it says this is definitely going to be in the video regardless of what happens.
If this is a long game, by the way, gonna be in the video win or lose, so buckle in.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
So, folks, off stream, Regis here. Haven't been able to stream for a couple days, so we're checking out this deck. And this one's got a wacky story. It was played to number 2 legend, and it's a lock and load Yogg Hunter. Now, believe it or not, we've already played some lock and load Yogg Hunter, but this list a little more refined. Now, when a deck is played to like number 2 legend, that doesn't mean, you know, necessarily that it's the second best deck in the game or anything like that. Suboptimal decks can have win streaks for people who are already at high legend and win a few games, and you know, looks like hit a crazy high rank with this. So this may not be the best deck in the game, right? But if it is competing at that high of a level, it usually means the deck has some fundamental strengths, if not you know, the best deck in existence, at least competitive enough to win some games, do some quests, those sorts of things, and probably frankly climb at least somewhat successfully. Not a counter spell or another wind portal. I suspect we're looking at an ice barrier or rigged fair game here. Guess we could have an Oasis ally. I don't know. HS replay's not been working lately with the stuff here. Counter spell I clearly tested with Wound Praise, so and another wind portal obviously, so we can't pay too much attention here. Is this actually a pretty good lock and load turn, isn't it? I can get at least a couple cards. I know I have plenty of reload with Talon and Barak to keep this thing rolling, so should be okay. Plus we're gonna have a giant board of 1/1s for whatever that's worth. Now the cool thing about resizing pouch in lists like this is that sometimes you can force yourself to get a Serpent Bloom, because if you get it to where it's getting you a 0 mana card, then Serpent Bloom's guaranteed because there's only 3 0 mana cards available. Speak of the devil. Let's take Carrion Studies here, a little bit more meat on the bone for that one. Barrier indeed. Only 3 0 mana spells in the entire game that Hunter can discover, or cards. The 2 0 mana minions, I don't know, it's like Tiny Finn and the Desk Imp, I think, right now, and Serpent Bloom. So you're guaranteed, which means you can continue lock and load chains really affordably. You can buff a hyena to kill something gigantic fairly reliably as well. So pretty cool little interaction there with resizing pouch. Of course, it's also just a cheap spell to build boards like this, which are shockingly powerful if your opponent doesn't seem to have an answer to it. So good stuff. The only problem here is I actually am not going to be able to trade anything in, it looks like. So yeah, not gonna trade anything in, and they didn't ping. So although this is great, I am kind of not gonna spend my mana super well here. I think hero power is fine. Actually really like Death's Head Cultist against Mage, because they might flip this board and start hitting me really hard. So we'll take one high pressure one defensive one, and go from there. Ooh, doing all these attacks, I'm tired. So anyway, as far as like the overall kind of structure of this deck, right? It is, you know, somewhat face hunter. It's got that early kind of face huntery Cold Car stuff that's in here, but it pushes mid range rather nicely, and curves into like the Jewel of N'Zoth's, for instance, with some Teacher's Pets and Talon. It's got that really nice meaty 4 to 8 mana package, and also of course lock and load can play for more late game plays as well, because you can reload your hand with a bunch of big threats, and that can give you enough resources to stretch a game further than Hunter might otherwise be able to. And this doesn't have a ton of direct damage, so you know, you can't maybe play it as much towards aggression as you would with a normal face Hunter list. Even though you have these fast starts, you kind of have to turn the corner and just keep developing boards and threats, and you can find damage from time to time with lock and load, so definitely don't write that out as an option. Look at this beautiful 5 mana Tonk. I think we take it, right? It's too good. It's just so awkward to deal with. We float a mana unless we pouch, but I don't think I want to pouch for one here, because poisoning anything at the moment is not very valuable. So let's just develop the awkward Tonk. Of course, we have some spell damage problems here, but if they go for like, I don't know, Apexis or something, they're probably going to hit the Tonk, which means we kind of negate the value of the spell damage where they draw 5 alternatively. Okay, cool. This is not a full-on spell mage though, so I guess Apex actually is not that likely. They're running Varden. This might be more like hero power stuff. I've seen like Apex Void's been playing a list that's more minion driven too, like spell damage minion driven mage. So all in all, it looks like we're probably trending towards that, but I don't know if that had this full freeze package. I didn't look closely enough to know. Oh, don't hit the tonk. Oh, that's such a snipe. They didn't even like hero power first. They may want to spend this mana otherwise. Oh, that's a lot of damage output on these minions though. Okay, so I think, yeah, these couldn't attack. They didn't miss any damage. I thought at first they might have. So now, yeah, Talon is cool because we get Yogg. That's fun, but it's really not that high pressure or high damage, right? I think I'm just going to go for these 4/4 beasts. I want to stagger these a little for combustion, I think. Put the 4 health minion in the middle here. Otherwise, if these 2/2s are next to each other, they'll die a little more easily. I guess if there's enough spell damage, maybe combustion presents the same problem, but at least that requires a little bit of work first. So we'll see. But maybe we play around combustion a little better here at least. Huh, so still running a Canter Slow. Clearly, I don't know, maybe they're like Cthulhu. No, they didn't have Cthulhu, obviously. We would have seen that. I don't know what they're pushing towards. We haven't seen hero power stuff yet. It's a lot of card draw. A little bit of freeze. Defense with ice barriers. So it seems like they're pushing towards like a control grindy end game, but I don't know what it is. Maybe we just haven't seen the hero power stuff yet, and that's really what's happening. Okay. So Barak is gonna draw me no 3-cost spell because I haven't played Mancrick. I don't really care about the other options that much. I think I honestly maybe just go Talon here. Jewel of Nazoth currently isn't good yet because we don't have the Teacher's Pet or the Talon in there. It's just not strong enough yet. This guy hasn't even died. We could just go ahead and go Talon hero power and push towards Yogg, but I don't really need the Yogg yet. Warsong, it could hit like a Zixor I could take. Teacher's Pet might be nice, but it's a little late there. Yeah, just no great plays. I'm actually going to open with the pouch and see if there's a 7-drop here that's just insane, and indeed there is. Sidekick, we don't have any weapons that are any good. Like Triumph's not good enough, so yeah, we'll just take the Tonk. That's just fine. A lot of pressure and threat there. Okay. If that didn't hit, or if it hit something I wasn't willing to play, I think Warsong into Zixor was a good backup plan, but certainly love putting this high pressure minion like this, or even if they clear it, they might just set themselves up to die. Clearly pushing towards lethal here. Man, they're oh, it didn't hit a frost spell. Okay, their plays are so slow here though. Just so much value generation and not actually doing much with it. Okay, that's actually a pretty good reaction. Locking down the threat, clearing otherwise. We're still gonna hit for 6 here though. Oh my god, I have a Tonk in the pool. I just realized I have a Tonk in the pool. This might have been worth playing just for the Tonk. I forgot we generated the other Tonk. I was just looking at the deck list. Oh my god, certainly if this Tonk dies, the jewel's worth. Is that the only death rattle I had then? They're gonna kill that? They can't kill it. They just freeze to heal. Okay. Man, I think for another Tonk it's worth. I just remembered. That didn't get silenced or anything, right? No, it went off. It damaged all those minions. This has got to be worth it for a Tonk. I should have done this last time, probably. An 8-mana Tonk is a pretty good play. Again, because just if they clear, they're probably going to die. They kind of need like exactly devolving missiles, and even that's going to leave a ton of stats in play probably. And these 1/1s might negate it as well. So we'll see. Good old Tonk. Not even in the deck, but carrying right now. We got Carry on Tonk and Resizing Tonk. Maybe Tonks belong in this list. They're down to 4 cards. Yeah, they were just dead. Just trade a 1/1, trade a Tonk. Okay, so interesting win. We didn't do much, but the Resizing Pouch was cool. The Lock and Load is actually fairly relevant as well, I guess. I mean, I don't actually remember what we played off of it, but it worked. It did some stuff. I'm just glad that that game was a victory, because I don't want to have to redo that intro where I talk about the deck and explain everything in great detail. It's always bad when you spend your time explaining a deck for 5 minutes and then that game is terrible and you feel compelled to include it because you spent all that time, but you're not thrilled because it's just terrible result. Okay, I actually really like these kind of grindier minions. Like, we can Warsong into Teacher's Pet and just make some really grindy, sticky onboard minions, which generally Warrior's not great at answering. I'm gonna keep the Zixor though. It's not bad off Warsong Wrangler necessarily, but I actually think I like the Teacher's Pets better. They just play towards those jewels, which are another great reload option. We also probably want to use Lock and Load in this game, I think, to make like Savannah high mains and stuff. Unless this is Rush Warrior. If it's Rush Warrior, we're gonna need to be a little bit more reactive. So Zixor is nice there. The taunts really aren't too bad either. Not great necessarily, but still at least force some interaction with a faster deck. So really in either scenario, this is a fine path to take, I think. Okay, we'll hold on spells. Just going face of this or something is not worth when it has so many other synergies: Serpent Blooms, Lock and Loads, Cold Cars, etc. No reason to rush things here. Hero power, our worst nemesis. How can we ever defeat you? You hero powered. Okay, this might be nice at the end of a Lock and Load chain. I'm gonna hold on the Lock and Loads until I need them, right? Also, Yogg's pretty cool to see. This could be a decisive component in this game. Who knows? Okay. Doesn't feel like Rush Warrior. Nerlax also, I've seen it actually pop into Rush Warrior, but I think it's probably pointing towards more of a control deck. So we'll see. We're totally gonna, if this is a long game, by the way, gonna be in the video, win or lose. So buckle in. Studies might actually point back towards Rush Warrior again, as could Gargath. Who knows? This is still up in the air, I'd say. Maybe they just had a slow hand Rush Warrior opener, which is certainly possible. Get some troublemakers and stuff clogging it out. And okay, we are building. Oh God, do I actually take? No, I don't think so. Right, I want the death rattles, and I want the buffs to hit more things. If I take this, it's only gonna buff itself. I mean, that is an insane play though, because it's just such a significant buff. They're 4 6/5 minions. I'm actually not that far away from it because I have coin, so I could play 4 6/5s on turn 7. My only fear is that 6/5s may not trade especially well into a Rush Warrior board, because they could just, like, you know, play a bunch of 3/1 riders that get buffed by a parade dude and just trade back in. I don't know. It's such a power play though, and I do have the Lock and Load chain ready to go. I'm actually gonna just take the Zixor. I might need this to recover, and it certainly recovers harder than a Teacher's Pet. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it gets eaten by Ysera Awakens. I don't know, but we can try. Okay, so Wound, Prey, Serpent Bloom looking awesome here, which means, oh, actually a little worse if he's going to trade that. Kind of surprised to see the Broom, but... Oh, okay. Just Broom to clean and push these. That's fine. That's great for me. So this is looking like a Lock and Load turn for sure, since we're going to be spending so many cheap spells here. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, Freezing Trap's fun. All right. I don't think I coin, right? Because I want to have that Zixor ready to go. Do we maybe just Freezing Trap then generate another card? I don't really want to... I could go here and Resizing Pouch and take the Serpent Bloom, I guess. That's probably a little better, technically. It's sad in some ways because we don't know if the Serpent Bloom's going to matter much, but just turning it into another card has, you know, quite a bit of value as well. Ooh, in fact, a good card that we've turned it into here, huh? All right, so Yogg's about ready to go off that single turn. This is maybe more awkward than you'd think. Like, even a bumper car you maybe don't love trading into the 1/1. Probably don't hate getting your minions back easily, but it's at least doing something maybe. Trades up better than it would otherwise. All right, so next turn, perhaps a little stranded, since we maybe don't want to coin. But I will say Warsong into Teacher's Pet again makes a lot of sense, given the Jewel in hand. We could go War Song, Freezing Trap next turn. Zixor on 7. Maybe something like a Teacher's Pet plus whatever on 8. Maybe vice versa if we don't need the Zixor to trade. Once we get a Teacher's Pet and maybe a Talk Down, that Jewel looks a lot better. Okay, again, this is still looking more control-y. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I don't know what I'm playing against. I got juked by the athletic studies, but I think it's still just a control deck. Okay, this is nice. Actually, I still do like the Freezy Trap, though, don't I? Yeah, let's just keep this rolling. Okay. Yeah, we won't need Zixor as much, probably, if this is a control warrior. Or at the very least, it's pretty susceptible. Crash. That would be a good card to have a Serpent Bloom for, wouldn't it, guys? That would be awfully nice, man. Oh, shoot. It's not a great Zixor, but it's not a bad one. Because these minions just don't trade very well or anything, right? They don't interact particularly well, so... I guess the question is, do we go ahead and eat the crush? I think so. Again, it's not that juicy. I think I do it this way to preserve some health on those for like Blade Storms and stuff, don't I? I don't know. I definitely don't know the right answer how to trade here. Theoretically, 3 face damage is relevant, but it seems like this game's definitely going to be grindier than 3 face damage really points towards. Although, I don't know, this is still not great against Blade Storm. Barov equalizes everything, so who cares? What's the, like, Shield Slime here? Yeah, it's good that they had to use a Shield Slime on their own minion, realistically, right? That's actually pretty advantageous. Also, one of their great removals gone, and we still have some pretty good minions and plays incoming, so... I think we have to count that a victory as well. Okay. Let's just play a singular unit here. That's pretty nice usually. So we have Tonk. We're going to have double Teacher's Pet, it looks like. We can play both next turn as well, which is sort of perfect. And then Jewel is fantastic there. Okay. Not a bad answer, but not that scary. If it does get Freezing Trapped, he can't replay it, so that's no real risk to me. Okay, we could Warsong again, actually, and buff these Teacher's Pets one more time. Doesn't really help in this particular instance, because... Oh, it does, because Alex Raza doesn't trade. No, it helps. Never mind. Scratch that. So all 3 of these will be gigantic now. All right. I have a choice here. I could kill the Alex right now if I want to take 8. It would basically preserve the Freezing Trap for a future card. That's a really tough decision, I think. I think I will for 8, actually. It's a little worse against Blade Storm though, because I'll be leaving out a giant dude. I'm actually just gonna chill. It's fine to equip the weapon. I mean, that's fine to get it, spin that mana, but I want that 3/4 there to maybe hedge against a Blade Storm. This is a little worse against Brawl technically, but better against Blade Storm. So still not bad against Brawl, I would argue. So Alex is unplayable now. She's 11 mana. Guess there's maybe a way to generate a discount. I don't think like Octobot's very feasible, is it? It's just not a Brawl, 4 mana left. Bulwark incoming already, okay. Seemed a little premature maybe, but I guess not really. Okay.
Right in the face.
We're gonna get some face damage through here, which is cool. I don't want to overcommit too much. So I think I just play a Barak. Oh, well, actually, maybe we should play the Bankrick first. If I can play a staggered health Teacher's Pet, it's okay. Or maybe I play just like this idiot. Yeah, this idiot's fine. I don't want to overcommit, right? So. Okay. When I say get face damage through, I mean proc bulwark hits, right? A big ol' 8/7 hitting for nothing. Proc bulwark hits, I mean to say. Oh, okay. Is that good yet? Oh, it's pretty good, yeah. Oh, the extra dragon roll. That's nice. Yeah. That's not bad. I actually need a serpent bloom, man. Oh, that's really good here too, though, man. Okay, so this procs me 4 dudes. I can get an extra attack from the 8/7 here. Probably just take that. I don't think I get too fancy, right? The 4 dudes, I don't know. They don't really do that much, do they? Oh, we can overwrite the bulwark as well by killing the crush. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I wonder.
Serpent bloom. Interesting. Does that mean I just clear this? Yeah, I probably just clear the like 7/6 with a serpent bloom in that case, right? I don't really love how this is going right now. I gotta hit that one, I guess, to proc. Although not really. Yeah, I don't know about this turn. I didn't even really deal with it. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Hey editor, who's me? Edit that part in where it says this is definitely going to be in the video regardless of what happens.
If this is a long game, by the way, gonna be in the video win or lose, so buckle in.
I need you to edit that part in, editor. Future Regis. Not Yogg, please. Okay, that's still outrageously large. All right. That wasn't a good turn to float 7 mana. I was not actually going to play anything else other than hero power, but hero power and missing that attack, of course, cost me the bulwark procs here. So still a rather noteworthy issue. That said, we're going to play Yogg here. So all is normalized and equalized by Yogg, our savior. He's going to steal these minions for us. Let's do this. I actually want to get some damage through. I don't really care about the weapon right now that much. All right, Yogg, save me, bro. Don't power blast me, Yogg. This is going on YouTube no matter what, so. Steal the minions. Cards. That actually may not be bad. I have a lot of hand space here. I don't feel like I almost never get these cards, by the way. Bola shot. Okay. Sad that I attacked. I could have done extra damage this way. Destroy a friendly minion. That's not that good. Shadow form means technically an upgrade, right? Oh, Librum's fun. I'm just pretty much almost dead though. Oh no, I have flash shield. Okay, not that dead. Cool. All right, do I do this just to soften up the Utanus? It might matter, right? It could matter. Technically, I don't know. I've got what, 6 health. I got a decent board. I got a Librum that I can chain. I got a good jewel, actually, really good jewel. So 2 great reloads here, and they don't have a lot of cards. Remember, one of those is totally dead, so they basically have 2 cards in hand. Oh my god, I look so sick, by the way. That is sick looking. This would be a great game if it wasn't for my stupidity on display. It's an extra card that certainly could help them here. I wonder if they have to trade. I wonder if they feel like they have to trade Mutanus here. Oh, that's a lot of extra cards. Okay. I would probably still ship Mutanus face despite me having the trade back, but especially with a weapon equipped that's like dealing 6. Oh, particularly if you top deck the shield slam. Holy crap, that's good. Okay. Screw me, I guess. Man. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually want a Zixor at all here. Zixor sucks here. Oh my god, I'm actually almost dead now. I really wanted 2 of these. Kind of forgot about Zixor, to be frank. All right, I'm probably dead. Whatever. That's okay. It's my fault for being an idiot. It's going on YouTube anyway. I don't have time to see another game, so yeah, so be it. Pride be darned. Okay. I mean, yeah, I still have, maybe I didn't, I think I had 2 of these die, right? Yeah, because I made an extra one. Okay, that's actually a good sign. This isn't too bad. Again, I mean, what's in their hand, right? Just how stranded is their hand? If I can get a taunt down, these face attacks may not matter too much. I don't know how much I want to commit. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to commit. Kind of hesitant to build out a giant board, right? I think we just Teacher's Pet and Libram. I'm gonna buff this because it's the easiest to trade off, so I might be able to create better chains if I buff it versus, like, you know, 6 health or 5 health dude over there. Okay. Hopefully the taunt is disruptive enough. If this forces like a brawl or whatever, we reload with the next jewel so that we're not totally exposed. Okay, there's the brawl. I'm hoping the taunt wins, I guess, so that we don't take another hit to face, because clearly... Hey, nice, it does. And they take 8 off the taunt. The taunt living also means... Oh, never mind. The taunt living means nothing. Oh, another Fell Rattler. Okay. Do they hit the minion or hit face? It's a dilemma, right? You need the damage to win, but you also need cards more, I think. If we had a Quillbore Heal Boy, we'd probably be even more happy, but we don't. Where is my man crick, by the way, dude? Oh, these. Oh, I forgot these idiots were messing up my pool. I'm not excited about these. Oh man, imagine if that was a Tonk instead. I am gonna have 2 Zixor Primes in my draw though, and I only have 9 cards left, so those are gonna be coming soon regardless. Oh, that's a problem. Tame Beast will finish it off, but you still hate to see the heal. That's a good roll. Bear Shark's annoying to deal with, I think. Talon's a good draw. Okay. This also finishes it off if I just want to put these in. Talon will then draw the Zixor Prime like pretty much immediately. It does cost me 5 face damage though, which I don't think I love. Oh, also Ping Trade will finish off, which I think I like notably better. Yeah, that's fine. Still lose a little face damage, I guess, technically, but all good. Hit for 7. These are getting a little stranded, but maybe a decent reload if I don't have anything else happening. I kind of want to save some spells till I hit that lock and load, though, because I am light on resources right now. Zixor will get me by for a turn or 2. Like a Mancrick Barak might get me by for a turn or 2, but I'm gonna need a spell chain soon. Oh god, I hope he doesn't win this brawl. Oh, if he wins this brawl, I'm gonna be so tilted. It's a 1 in 4, don't win. Oh, why are people so good at Hearthstone and I'm so bad? I mean, actually, I am bad this game. No memeing, I actually was bad this game. Zixor's still playable thanks to Ping and or Libram. I think we like Libram better just because it keeps the minion alive, right? That's both brawls down now too, so these may actually legitimately really stick. Okay. I can't believe he won the brawl. That's just so annoying. Oh god. Oh, he's hitting minions though, not face. If I had a 9 damage weapon and my opponent was at 5, I would really think about going face. I guess you have to respect the race too though, right? Because you know there's 16 whatever damage on board, 17 damage on board. Oh, that makes it even more reasonable. Wow. No hate. That was beautiful. All right, I don't know if they have 2 damage, but I do know that both Blade Storms, both Brawls, and Barov are all gone. So I'm going like this. Is there any other board clear in this list? If so, I could just play the Tame Beast, but I guess I would still like Libram. No, I like Ping better. They have both Shield Slams gone, but who knows? I need a taunt, obviously, if they decide to go face. I don't actually currently have one, so maybe I should have summoned Tame Beast here to end the game ASAP. I have 16, 18, 19 damage. Oh, God. That's not a bad play. Not a bad play at all. He hits a minion again, right? He hits a minion with his weapon here, right? No, he goes face. Smart. Smart. Oh god. Resizing pouch can fairly reliably hit Alexstrasza here for a heal, because otherwise I'm dead. I don't have a taunt. That's a good backup plan if I don't hit Alexstrasza. Oh my god, N'Zoth. I have Tonk. I mean, I have so many beasts, I'm not actually likely to get a taunt off that. Any guaranteed taunt? I can't think of one. Because Zixor's Tonk's not a taunt. Talon doesn't count. No, I can't take that. I'll just take the Blackwing for now, but I can't play it. I have to get a taunt. I'm just dead to weapon if I don't get a taunt. Does Terran do anything? No, I'm just dead. Oh! I'm an actual god. No, just play the turn. It's fine. Oh my god. That attack went through, right? Oh, thank god. Okay. Oh! I'm an actual god. Does he have removal for it? Dream for lethal. No! Oh god. Oh man, that was close. Well, GG YouTube. GG. Oh man. Oh man, so close to stabilizing. I'm trying to think if there's a better path there. Thankfully, I don't think our misplay turn actually like lost me anything. It just, you know, maybe it changed the math a little bit, made him a little more aggressive, but I don't think so. He cleared everything anyway, so that's the copium talking. All right, yeah. I think we keep a Wound Prey against Mage. A good early cold card turn would be pretty nuts. I love Mancrick. We haven't even seen a Mancrick yet, so Mancrick's pretty cool with Barack Obama Bane. Triggered everybody who calls him Code Obama, but I don't care. I'm gonna play the carry-on studies here because it actually plays more towards tempo if you think about it. It's like a tracking, you know, is a resource play, but carry-on studies, I can spin that 1 mana now to bank that discount for later, so slightly higher tempo play, which can be nice. I think we will also just choose to hero power Mancrick Talon on curve. Coin has quite a bit of value, I think, with like the Yoggs and the jewels and the lock and loads and stuff of the world, so save those spells, synergies, and interactions for later. Mancrick. I guess this will probably be the last game with the deck. I mean, that last one was sad. I'm just gonna have that misplay turn. I'm just gonna pretend like the recording went out. Like, oh no, I'm finally back from the game. The recording went out. That was shocking.
I wonder.
Absolutely shocking. All right, looks like we got a spell Mage despite the early encounters with nothing to do in hands, maybe. Just desperate for draw here. It's usually pretty good to draw cards when your cards are all basically free. So Talon into Yogg, Talon into Teacher's Pet the turn after is kind of crazy. This is honestly just a, what's that dude? What's the silver, the 4 mana 3/3 classic card? Silver dude, silver idiot, silver bro, silverback. No, that's silverback patriarch. I don't even know if it's silver. Whatever. In other words, I'm happy to get the threatening 3/3 on board right now. Who cares about the death rattle? It's just bonus. Free upside. What's the name of that dude? I haven't seen that card in years. What is that card? I gotta look it up. I'll find it. People are screaming at the screen right now. I know the card. I know it, Regis. I can't find it. What's Silver Moon Guardian? Told you it was a real thing. Man, this Barak is gonna burn my Olgra. I go coin Barak. Still not actually in a great spot. I could go coin wound. I could go coin True Aim Barak. Create the space I need. I think I did that right for once. Olgra. I don't know. Lara's kind of sneaky. Why not? Oh, I'm burning cards again. Oh, crap. Well, so be it. Perfectly executed turn once again. I'm actually cool with burning cards. It's fine. Way better to have the 3/7 on board. Oh, yikes. That's a good roll, though. Jeez. Hey, what a card to burn, too. What do you know? All right, let's just try to keep going big, right? Try to stick these minions against Mage. It's definitely a race to face. Minion health on board is really good against Mask, at least, which is nice. So, Holy Missile is pretty good here. All these are relatively high statted minions. Although we didn't lose too much, did we? Just Apex's face again. No fear. No respect, one might say. And an insane minion, by the way. Totem of Goliath is busted good because it's just so awkward to deal with all of those stats. And I really don't have a great way to deal with them at all. Ignoring them is maybe the best way. I mean, I guess Taunt Totem's really not too threatening. Maybe we just go here and see what we can do, right? We can get at least the Serpent Bloom probably if we chain this down correctly. Get some trackings in the meantime. Oh, actually Tame Beast is pretty good too here. We may not need to go. I think I said Silver Moon instead of Serpent Bloom, but I think you knew what I meant. This is also really good, so let's just do that. Another Serpent Bloom. I think we take the... Yeah, I think I actually do take the Serpent Bloom here. Cool to get some extra attacks through and stuff. Okay. We might as well use it. What's it gonna hurt? Okay. Not sure if a face attack's better or if a minion attack's better. Remember, this doesn't send the minion face an extra time. It's not like the OP Demon Hunter minion, but still worth considering if that 1 damage changes breakpoints much, right? 6, 8, 12, 13, 15, 16. Naturally, it changes the lethal breakpoint exactly by 1. Oh god, if I don't have lethal because I chose to go for that minion clear instead of face, I'm gonna be real salty. Surely they react to my minions so that I don't have lethal anyway. In that case, I made the right call. There's a chance. Did I do that math right? Okay, yeah, they're gonna wipe my board like crazy, I'm sure. Oh wow, what a combo, dude. They reduced the cost by 1 with the Libram, dude. It's nuts. Wow. Baller plays. This was already, I guess this was 1 mana from Skull, and then they reduced it to 0 with the Libram. What a combo. That's hilarious. Oh, Combustion's good. Okay. Thank God. No missed lethals here. Not in my Hearthstone. Not in this stream, I tell ya. It's a pretty sad card to burn, I guess. All right, I think we just try to go wide again, right? I want as much health on board as I can get to, realistically. Do I actually really like hero power here, or do I like just Wolpertingers in?
Aim for the wheels.
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. I mean, theoretically, same amount of damage output if they live, but they kind of get eaten by the weapon. But they also could buff this hyena on the following turn if they can trade in. There's all sorts of back and forths there. We got Yogg. I may have to go for the Hail Mary Yogg Pyroblast to win. Who knows? I'm worried we're just dead to fire. Well, no, we're probably not dead to fireballs since they played Deck of Lunacy. Sure, we're alive to fireballs. Fireballs are now some garbage card that's probably worse. Fireballs just turn into something scarier.
What to do?
What does that indicate? Taking that to 2. Libram of Hope. Why do you hit that to 2, I wonder? What's Runed Orb? Still a Runed Orb left? Oh, Soul Mirror, I see. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. So much for the Wolpertingers, eh? Can I kill this big idiot? Can I kill this big idiot? Well, Yogg could just steal the big idiot. Is it Yogg time? We could definitely go for like a resizing pouch play as well. I could go like lock and load and try to set that up. But you know what? Screw it. We're gonna Yogg. I think I trade first, although no, maybe not. It's better with rush minions, but maybe worse with every other thing. So I probably don't trade first. Which means I'll get rush minions. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly we'll get the rush minions. Just wait. You wait and see. Oh, puzzle box. Oh my god. Well, OG Yogg here in the house. Sigil of Silence. Okay. Shroud's not very helpful. Piercing Shot could be good. Yeah, okay. Really need you to clear that big boy, Yogg. Kind of all that matters, to be honest. It's a start. Oh, that's really good. Judgment of Justice is nuts. Because that's just a 1/1 now. Okay. I'm enjoying you now, Yogg. These are playable for some reason. Oh, Apotheosis. Flame Strike again. Unstable Fellbolt. Lightning Bolt. Oh! Feral Race for armor? Maybe? Oh, you're a genius! Yogg, I've never been happier with a Yogg in my life. Oh my god, it was like the perfect Yogg. Wow. Great Yogg. Back to 19. Great debuff. Big board. Life steal on the Yogg. Didn't like burn a bunch of cards or anything. Dealt some face damage. Like, man, pretty much perfect. Wow. Cleared. Like, just unbelievable Yogg. And I gotta say, it still feels good to punish Lunacy Mage here if we can. Torrent's a good answer. Still in a great spot though, I think. Is our Jewel any good? I know we have 2 Talons. Have we played a Teacher's Pet yet? Don't remember. So we've certainly got Zixor, I think. I have a feeling Jewel and oh my god, another one, huh? Well, in this case, getting down to a resizing pouch for Serpent Bloom's probably gonna be very. Oh, it gets silenced though. That's nice, yeah. And it's debuffed as well. Maybe I don't really have to deal with it at all. Maybe I just kind of ignore it. I can also go for the big overwhelm here too, though. By big, it's really not that big, actually. Now that I say that. It's just 4 damage right now. I can make more, but I don't get a poisonous. I guess I don't need a poisonous if I can get a good spell here. Neither of these are spells, but Trembling Rhino is sure not bad. Not something I'm playing with the Overwhelm, though. But it's enough with Zixor to clear that. I don't really have to clear that, like we said. It's not vital to clear that necessarily. You know, screw it. I'm gonna See what we get. Gonna try to be better. Like this. This is still a very good turn. I don't know if hero power is better than developments, but it feels all right. We got to get some damage through. Double Libram of Hope down, so that's good. Those are the guarantees. Once they have the incanters, single incanters into lunacy. Oh, Zixor drawn. Okay. Thankfully, the hyena's pretty good here. It eats a couple. I guess that debuff didn't really matter here, though, sadly. Unless they traded very, very poorly. Man, they're still building out. Too much board. Stressful. I like Rhino, though. But is it better than just developing more off Jewel? I kind of need my own Zixor. That'd be baller. I still don't know what's in the Jewel pool. I guess... Oh, God, that's so ballsy. Oh, my God, because you get close to fatigue and you take all that extra damage. Wow, I don't... That's brave. I don't know. That's scary. I mean, if they get enough cards that are great to play, though, it may be all that matter. Oh, I don't... That's a... I feel like that's a bad turn to stealth because I don't have any minions on board anyway. I'm, like, always going to be going for counter tempo here, right? I feel like I can clear one of these like this. Double Talon's cool. Clear the other with Zixor just fine. Okay. I don't like this stealth turn. I think that's a really valuable card once I've got a board and you're like digging for lethals. They may not have a hand that supports a future lethal setup anyway, but very rarely did that stealth do anything anyway because I don't have any minions ready to attack. I don't have charged minions. I don't know. That's intriguing to me. Zixor's great. Double Zixor. They have another Libram. How did they get a third Libram? Maybe they have 4 total? What's Double Mask is usually what hits into double Libram, right? I'm trying to figure out what the other one's from. I don't know. I'm happy for 3 Zixors to clear this. It's frankly fine. I'm definitely not tanking 8, so... I could grab the resizing pouch and keep an extra Zixor on board, but here's my thought. I don't want to do that because it draws you the card now, right? And I don't want to get into fatigue any sooner than I have to, just in case that's a break point that matters. Wonder what that other Libram was from. Am I missing? Maybe... Trying to think what they... Maybe an 8 mana spell that got... No, that wouldn't do it. That'd be 10. I don't know. Somebody in the comments tell me what that's from. Maybe I'm just missing a discover or something that happened. Oh, Celestial's kind of fun. It is very annoying for me, honestly. Any punishes here? I don't really ever have to attack. But there's no pun. I guess barriers... sort of a punish, but not really. Actually, they might rigged fair game, and I'd be better off not attacking, huh? If it's... Well, they would never take rigged fair game. They got to choose, so no, that's not it. Barrier's a risk, so I don't think I play anything, even. I guess I could Zixor. I'd hit one... I'd be able to kill the Zixor anyway. That'd be fine, if it's Entity. Just kill the only Zixor, right? So cool. Okay. This game's crazy. Man, this is gonna be a long video, by the way. Oh my god. I just played 3 games. It's been almost an hour. Oh, Skull just for self-lethal. Okay, cool. Yeah, we bled them out, man. Crazy game. Crazy game. We went down to 1 card as well. Wow. Wild Hearthstone action. Clutch Yogg. Clutch Yogg. All right, that was it. Yeah, that was the hunter. Yogg Hunter. Crazy long games with this one. You can see how much value we can push for. But yeah, that wraps it up. Pretty cool deck. I liked it a lot. Quite a bit of fun to play Yogg in spell lock and load Hunter as always. So check out the deck. Thanks for watching, and until next time, game on.